Well, as you know, today marks the anniversary of the unanimous vote of the Congress of the American Colonies to declare independence from the British Crown. The Declaration of Independence has three basic parts. First, that which is called the preamble. It contains the philosophical foundation of the American Republic. Here, the nature of human beings and the purpose of government are explained. Next, the many violations that the King of Great Britain committed against the universal rights of mankind in general and against the colonies in particular are enumerated. And lastly, the conclusion. Here we are made aware of the fact that this appeal was not made upon a preference based upon ever-changing conditions or personal desires, but rather on the immutable, unchanging design and purpose of God, appealing the, quote, supreme judge of the world, unquote, with a firm reliance on the protection of divine providence. And they said, we mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor. Now, the preamble of the Declaration of Independence.
When in the course of human events it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume, among the powers of the earth, the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and nature's God entitle them, a decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to the separation. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just power from the consent of the governed, that whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it, and to institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles, and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Prudence indeed will dictate that governments long established should not be changed for light and transient causes, and accordingly, all experience has shown that mankind are more disposed to suffer, while evils are sufferable, than to right themselves by abolishing the forms to which they are accustomed. But when a long train of abuses and usurpations, pursuing invariably the same object, evinces a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security. Such has been the patient sufferance of these colonies, and such is now the necessity which constrains them to alter their former systems of government. The history of the present King of Great Britain is a history of repeated injuries and usurpations, all having in direct object the establishment of an absolute tyranny over these states. To prove this, let facts be submitted to a candid world.